is going on in Diamond Racers? Right here is a 2026 Mazda CX-90, and it is yet another three-row SUV. But what makes the CX-90 stand out compared to all the other three-row SUVs? That engine up front. Today, I'm going to show you everything about it and take it for a spin. Before I get started, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to turn on your notifications every time I make a new upload. So be sure to do all of that before watching the rest of this video. Now I'm going to fire up the CX-90 and, well, see what it does. Now let's rev it. Now I'm going to throw the CX-90 into a reverse. As you can see, it does not have swivel lines, but when you turn the wheel, which sucks, but it does have 4 parking sensors, which is interesting because the Durango has, this has 8 parking sensors. The Durango has 4, but it has the swivel lines when you turn the wheel. Interesting. Go. Alright, let's go through everything in the CX-90, right? First, we got this trim up here, which looks actually kind of nice. Look at that, right? You have some leatherette here, which, isn't the highest quality, just door panel either way. All auto up and down windows, which is impressive. Obviously, power mirror, right? Controls. Tailgate, parking sensors, TKS, and iStop, right? iStop is the auto start stop. Trip, right? Your turn signals. Nice. This is your steering wheel. Looks actually pretty modern. You have like info and stuff that you can go through, as that is analog. This is digital, right? Press info. Look at that. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Right, here's your horn. Pretty normal horn. And you do have adaptive cruise control in a lower trim Mazda like this. Pretty impressive, right? So let's go through the nav. If you see here, it is not touch screen. So you gotta physically rotate the dial to go through everything. Let's go through settings, right? You can check the safety settings, right? Driver assistance. Mazda radar. Look at that. It's pretty nice. But if you're wondering how to go back, right, you have to pull that way, right? Safety alerts. Press. Rear cross lane departure warning system. Absolutely. What do you mean alert? Here we go. Right? Gotta love it. Overall, the system is definitely not as intuitive as the Dodges, but it's still like, once you get used to it, you can easily use it, right? So, and then to go back, pull it that way. Collision avoidance. You're gonna wanna, yes, lane keep assist. Look at that. Gotta love it. Driver attention, parking sensors, and pedal misuse alert. So basically, if you depress the brake pedal and the gas, right? No, I'm turning this off because we gotta brake boost her during the test drive, because this is a big fat turbo. Let's go through vehicle settings now. You have the paddle shift, inventory, right? Versus driving paddle shifter is no longer used, or plus that's off switch is held, right? Right. So let's go to permanent shift, because I will try out the paddle shifters, which you gotta love, right? Doors, Look at that. Keyless beep confirmation. Off. No one needs like a good old every time you lock and unlock the door, right? Once all doors. Gotta love it. And you can always, it always has restore factory settings. Exterior lighting and everything, right? Gotta love it. Interior lighting and everything, you know? I mean, look at this. This car has a lot of features for the price of this car, right? Like, sure, the top level one might be $62,000 or something, but you don't need that per se. I mean, the Palisade gets you better value overall, but the CX-90, it's not that far behind. And it, number one, sounds lovely. And number two, it's fast, boy. Right? Connectivity and system settings. You can just go through everything. Now, if you're wondering how to get out of these settings via the dial, you can't. So, you gotta press home. Then you can go to everything, right? Let's check nav out. But, see, the rental car fleet decides not to put in the Mazda SD card because they are little cheap bastards, right? And you have entertainment, info, and everything, right? And you have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. So let's just go through everything else in here. Dual zone climate control, gotta love it. Heated seats, no ventilated seats, perfectly okay with that. This is the shifter. This is some weird little thing, right? Gotta, yes, lets you know that you're in reverse, neutral, drive. It's really weird, right? You have MI drive. So, sport, normal, or off-road. So, we will be driving in normal and sport because you gotta love sport. Got some cup holders. This is very graceful. Parking brake and auto hold. And you have also wireless charging. Gotta love it. In here, if you push, say it's just storage, but it doesn't really go that far down, which is definitely not the best, right? And just overall, the layout of the car is very clean and efficient and stylish, right? Without looking too techy and modern, like with all the screens and everything. Seats, incredibly comfortable. They are actually real leather. Yes, real leather. See the wrinkling? Yeah. Thank you to all the cows, right? And they are very supportive, comfortable. These outer parts are synthetic leather, but this is real animal hide. Gotta love it. You also do have sunroof, which is lovely. But we are in the backseat of the CX-90, and legroom might look tight, but these seats are slidey, right? But they don't slide that much. So legroom, definitely still a little tight. You do have sunshades, which is awesome. You can shield yourself from any like annoying sunlight. You have lots of storage. Look at this. Pull this up. 2 cup holders. Fantastic. Own climate control. You can plug in your devices too. But let's go to the third row now, shall we? And also these, they are adjustable. Right? So you bring it down, then, you know, gotta love it. But in the third row here, this is synthetic leather all in the third row. We put the seat all the way back here. I still have more room than the Durango. Yeah, you can recharge your device. Look at that. That's awesome. I mean, 2 cup holders on each side. Seats are comfortable enough in the third row, but I mean, this isn't like a suburban third row, you know. Finally, the trunk area. Sky Active G. All right, I actually have a lot of space behind the third row, and lift this up. I just saw a lizard run. Yeah, you get some little toolkits, and you can drop these if you need to give you nice big load floor. So let's take it out for a spin and see what it's like on the road. Okay, driving the CX-90. I've been looking forward to this for a while, and mainly because this thing has a good old inline 6 in it, which you gotta love, right? So the first thing that I notice is that the pedal is actually floor mounted, which is kind of like some sportier cars, and you have to push it in a bit in order to actually get the RPMs and everything. But because this is a turbo, the torque is so low in the rev range, you don't even have to push it at all. It's absolutely fantastic. Right? This car has a couple modes, like sport mode right now. Let's see the handling. Okay, right. Yes, very responsive handling. Sport mode definitely holds the revs a little bit more. This is a mild hybrid, so you do get a little extra torque down low with that little battery in it. But the car is definitely a little harder to drive on you than the Durango. The Durango is very light, very easy. This car, you gotta put more work in to steer the car and everything. More so in sport than normal. Although normal, you definitely do have to a little bit, right? So, coming out, let's see what it is capable of. Okay, that is a fast car. Wow. Yeah, so you saw that turbo, and it just shot off like a rocket. That's one of the most insane accelerations I've done in a long time. Just straight up. Like, this car, it doesn't need to be that fast, yet it is that fast. Like, how impressive is that? It's amazing what it can do. The seat just like slid back everything with the third row. That is amazing. Wow. The brakes are phenomenal. The ride is very comfortable, but not as comfortable as the Durango. This car seems definitely more sporty than the Durango. The Durango is like the GT. You have to push the brake in a little bit more. Okay. You definitely hear some engine whine, which is surprising in this car. Could be the transmission, but never know. And the car actually gets pretty decent MPGs, even though the 3.3 liter is bigger than like an average like 3 liter inline six. It's just a very phenomenal car to drive. Definitely one of my favorites, and that acceleration was absolutely insane. And this is a very good car, like overall, like the adaptive cruise control that works, everything. It's just overall a solid car. So yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about the CX-90.